Do you remember this Chapter 1 legendary item that was only in Fortnite for 20 minutes? Or how about this mythical item that was in Fortnite for an entire season but no one ever used it? Well, in today's video, guys, we're going to be looking at 30 Fortnite items you forgot existed. We have to start off with one of the most OG features I think Fortnite has ever had, and this is the double pump. Now, I'm sure all of you guys remember the pump shotgun. It was rumored to be making a return during Chapter 4 Season 2 as well, but one thing that will never return to the game is the OG double pump. This basically allowed you to pick up 2 pump shotguns in Chapter 1 and switch between each weapon with no reload time. This was so overpowered, we saw a lot of people basically stop using SMGs and their only weapon in their loadout was pump shotguns because these were so overpowered. Fortnite soon fixed this though, and they did also fix the Suki Cream skin edit style that was accidentally added to the game. Before we got Suki 2.0 in the Battle Pass, there was actually an original Suki skin that had been in the game for a few seasons. There was only one style for this though, and not too many people really use this skin, but they accidentally added something known as the Cream or the Milk edit style to the files. This was actually a work in progress edit style that somehow ended up being published, and whenever you used this in-game, it basically looked like the skin was covered in milk. There is hardly any footage of this on YouTube. It is one of the weirdest Fortnite skins I think we have ever seen, and they did change this after about an hour and removed this skin from the game. One item that was also removed very quickly though would have to be the Zappatron. This was the legendary weapon that we talked about at the start of the video, and it was only in Fortnite for about half an hour. You could only get this out of supply drops, and Fortnite must have accidentally added this to the game, but we haven't seen this in the game since. It was so overpowered though, it was basically like the railgun that we saw during Chapter 2, but this was so much cooler. You could charge up an electric shock and you could shoot it basically as far as you wanted to, and it would eliminate your opponent in one go. It was so sick. Fortnite knows that everyone wants this back as well because they have teased it in so many update trailers and of course Fortnite events as well, so hopefully it does make an appearance during Chapter 4. I don't think the guided missile is ever going to return though. This was in the game during Chapter 1 and it was one of the most overpowered weapons we had ever seen. This was added to the game before building was really overpowered. No one really knew how to build and a lot of people were still playing Fortnite like it was every other shooter game, so whenever they added something called a guided missile launcher, you just know how overpowered this actually was. So many people were using this, it was so much fun as well, but obviously since no one knew how to build, this was so overpowered. I honestly feel like this would be one of the worst items in the game today because so many people know how to build and there would be some really good ways to defend yourself against this weapon, but I don't think it'll be added back anytime soon. Next up though, guys, we aren't talking about a weapon or a skin, but instead an entire location. I'm sure you guys don't remember Risky Reels, and if you do, then you were definitely an OG at Fortnite. This is actually on the map for a very long time. It was the movie location, but no one ever really landed here. There were some cool loot here. I actually liked this location a lot, but this location had its very own secret event that no one knew existed. During Chapter 1, Risky Reels actually showed a promotion for a brand new Wreck-It Ralph movie that was coming out. This was unlike every other promotion Fortnite had done though. There was no formal announcements of it. There was no notice on the loading screen or on the home screen that they were doing a promotion with the Wreck-It Ralph franchise, but whenever you randomly loaded into a game, you would actually see Wreck-It Ralph on the big screen. This was so random, I'm sure you guys completely forgot this was even in Fortnite as well, and to this day, this would have to be one of the weirdest collabs they have ever done. I think it would have been really cool to see a Wreck-It Ralph skin. That would have been actually insane, but one thing that was also removed was the Galactus skin from Fortnite. Galactus was the villain during the Chapter 2 Season 4 Battle Pass. This was a Marvel-themed season, so obviously we had a Marvel-themed villain, and of course at the end of the season, we even had a season event where you could defeat Galactus. Now, what is really strange about this is that there was actually a Galactus skin in the files, and it looked like there was an item shop tab for this as well added to the game, and it seemed like as soon as the event was done, you could actually go into the store and buy Galactus. However, this was never the case. Once Chapter 2 Season 4 ended though and we were in downtime, a lot of people rumored that this might be in the Chapter 2 Season 5 Battle Pass, but again, that never happened, and to this day, we're still waiting for Galactus to be added to the store. I still think this would be an amazing skin. I would love to run around on the Fortnite map as Galactus, but unfortunately, I don't think this skin is ever going to be added back. One item that could be added this season though is the jetpack. Now, the jetpacks have been in Fortnite for quite a while. They've been removed and then added back and then removed and then added back and then removed so many times, but these are actually a lot of fun to use. They might be a little bit overpowered now that we do have zero builds, and of course zero builds is so popular. I could just imagine how overpowered these jetpacks would be. There would be no way for you to hide behind walls anymore. Basically, basically your opponent could just fly above you and see exactly where you are. It would obviously take a little bit of tweaking in order for this to be balanced in Fortnite, but I still think it would be really cool to use some jetpacks today. This isn't the only item that could be added back soon though. I feel like the Dragon Breath shotgun could also be added back now during Chapter 4 Season 2. Obviously we have the Dragon Breath sniper now in the game, but hardly anyone is using this, and it is actually very hard to find it. But the Dragon Breath shotgun was actually one of the coolest weapons in the game. This wasn't an exotic weapon like the sniper is. This was actually an epic or a legendary rarity item, but it was so different to every other shotgun, and that is what really made this fun to use. Not only would this do a lot of damage in one shot, but you could also light some structures on fire, which was a really cool feature that we didn't really see too much of up until that point. We have so many diverse weapons now in the game. I feel like the Dragon Breath shotgun would fit in perfectly with this season as well, so let me know in the comments down below if you think this would be a fun weapon to use. There is one item that absolutely everyone hates though, but before we talk about that, we need to mention the original Black Widow skin. This was actually one of the first ever Marvel skins that we had in the game, but I don't think the original Black Widow is ever going to return to the store. It is also one of the rarest Marvel skins we have seen, and that is why I'm sure a lot of you guys forgot this even existed. Obviously, we do have a snowsuit Black Widow skin as well, which does look really clean, but nothing is ever going to compare to the original Black Widow. Another item that I'm sure you guys completely forgot about though is the stink fish. Now, fishing has been a major part of Fortnite since Chapter 2 Season 1. They did add some really weird fish to the game though, and the stink fish would have to be one of them. This basically acted like a gas bomb. It was so insane, but I know you guys completely forgot this existed, and even though a lot of you guys probably wouldn't use the stink fish if it was in Fortnite today, there is one fish that you guys would absolutely love to use, and that is the mythical golden fish. The mythical golden fish is one of the rarest mythical items that has ever been added to Fortnite. Basically, you had a 1 in 10,000 chance in order to get this fish, so that would take you a really long time just to get this item. There were only a few clips on the internet of people actually using the mythical fish, and unlike all of the other fish who didn't actually consume this, you could use it as a weapon. It would instantly eliminate your opponent regardless of where it hit them on the body or how much health they had. If they had 200 HP or just 1 HP, it would instantly eliminate them. This was so sick. I think it would be really fun to use, but obviously it is so rare that none of us are probably ever going to use it. There is also a set of skins that I'm sure you guys are never going to use again, and this is an Icon Series skin. Now, we have had so many Icon Series skins in Fortnite, but one set of Icon Series skins that you guys are never going to use is the crossover with Naomi Osaka. Now, Naomi Osaka is a legendary tennis player. She is one of the best female tennis players in the world, but she did have a crossover with Fortnite, and it probably is one of the worst Icon Series sets that we do have. She has 2 skins in the game, and both of these are some of the worst rated skins of all time, and honestly, I completely forgot this skin even existed. One skin that I'm sure you guys remember though is Calamity, but you might not remember the jiggle feature that Calamity had when it was first added to the game. When Chapter 1 Season 6 was introduced, you could actually use an emote like Jubilation with Calamity, and it would allow the jiggle feature to take place. Now, I don't really need to explain this too much because it is one of Fortnite's weirdest moments. They decided to then ban this skin very quickly, and it was unavailable to use for a few days until this glitch was figured out. But randomly during Chapter 3, when we had a Fortnite Mares update, and you could actually equip something called the Wolf's Mask, whenever you equipped this and did a dance with it, it would allow you to get the same jiggle animation. There is obviously something going on with the Calamity skin that is just cursed. So I feel like we should stop talking about cursed items and talk about one of the best locations on the map, and this is Moisty Mire. Now, with Creative 2.0 finally being released and a lot of people playing on the Chapter 1 map, I'm sure you guys have been landing at Moisty Mire, but this is actually one of the best OG locations. It was so good, especially when people were first figuring out how to build. This is basically a cheat code in order to get max wood every single game. I loved landing here. There weren't really too many exciting locations on the map at the time though, so obviously when they did add some other really good locations, this location eventually got removed. The ceiling zappers also got removed very early on in Fortnite, and that is just because we basically had no use for them. There were so many different traps when the game first got released, and obviously Fortnite realized that we probably didn't need so many different traps, and they just decided to create a generic trap. When the game first launched though, there were so many different traps in the game. We had the default traps, we had wall zappers and ceiling zappers, but these were removed very early on, and are definitely some Fortnite items that you guys completely forgot existed. The same could definitely be said for the Gotham City takeover. Gotham City was a crossover location in Fortnite that was only in the game for a few weeks. This is obviously to celebrate the Batman and Catwoman skins coming to the game, and this is one of the coolest collabs I think we have had in a long time. I'm a massive fan of the collabs that bring something extra to the game instead of just skins, so the fact that Tilted Towers was actually transformed into Gotham City was so sick. That's enough about locations though, let's talk about the Fortnite competition for $3 million that all of you guys forgot about. Now I'm sure all of you guys remember the Fortnite World Cup that took place, but you might have forgotten that there was actually a creative tournament for the World Cup as well, and the prize pool for this creative tournament was $3 million. Yes, you guys heard me correctly, the creative prize pool back during the Fortnite World Cup is more than the FNCS Grand Finals that are happening this year in August by $1 million. I think that is so insane. It is so crazy that you could actually win $3 million for playing creative back when the World Cup was happening. But before we can get to the skin that all of you guys have forgotten about, we need to talk about the emote contest that Fortnite hosted during Chapter 1. When Fortnite was at its peak and the most popular it had ever been, emotes also became extremely popular and we started to see some crossover emotes being added to Fortnite. Fortnite then decided to host their very own emote competition, and instead of winning some money, basically you would get your own emote added to Fortnite. This is so popular, we saw a bunch of YouTubers and streamers creating their own emotes and trying to get them added to Fortnite, and this is also where we saw the legendary Orange Justice emote as well, which is just one of the cleanest animations in the game. But finally guys, one skin that you guys completely forgot existed is War Paint. This would have to be one of the rarest skins in Fortnite. It was only added to Fortnite with a Founders Edition pack, so you had to spend around $40 in order to get this. It is a really basic design skin, but it is definitely going to show everyone else in the lobby that you are an OG player and own a skin that most people wouldn't even recognize. But there you guys go, that is my list for 20 forgotten items in Fortnite. Make sure to let me know in the comments down below what your favorite item was, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.